What's life like when you've achieved everything by 30? So I like to say I achieved everything when I turned 30. Full career, great pay, the good middle management, own a home, wife, and my first kiddo. I traveled to a few countries already. It was a great milestone, but then I realized there was so much more to achieve. Raising a kid is an achievement every year. New goals, new workouts, new hobbies. I realized I can never achieve everything. Life is just too short. But what I do have to find is knowing I accomplished a lot and to coast the remainder of my life feeling satisfied but still pursuing more in only things I enjoy. Disappointing and depressing. This makes me think of Mr. Ramsay from Virginia Woolf's To the Lighthouse. He wrote a groundbreaking philosophical work in his 20s. In the book, he is kicking rocks down the beach lamenting how those rocks will outlast Shakespeare and most certainly will outlast him and anything he's ever done. He is a man without purpose, unable to regulate his emotions, unable to show any weakness or vulnerability despite being the embodiment of it. The idea that you can achieve everything is silly. Both achievement and everything are subjective. I achieved everything I had planned for myself by 30. And then had to grapple with what else I wanted to do with my life. I had never imagined life after 30. I was super burnt out from a solid 12 years of grinding towards my goals. I decided it was time to start finding joy in the mundane, and picked up slower hobbies like baking and quilting. Now, and life has thrown me some serious curveballs the last few years, so I've been really glad to be building mental emotional stability and resiliency rather than running on fumes towards new goals. It's pretty sweet I didn't have kids yet, but I had an expensive house in a fancy town and 2 fancy cars. Beach club, first-class vacations, black cars back from client dinners. Then my daughter was born and my focus shifted away from money to my new everything. Ted my life stressy, druggy, drinky, because I wanted to make sure I was going to be around for the little things and also stay healthy enough to maybe see the big moments like graduation and stuff. Now I'm just living like a regular schmuck, but man, my kids make me happy. I feel relatively equipped to answer this. If you're fueled by blind ambition, you'll rise fast in your career and find yourself making a really nice salary. Then in your early 30s, you'll start to question your life purpose. If you are a type of person you will never find satisfaction. You're wired to look for problems. Responsibilities will stress you out, and you'll either turn to abusing soft drugs, or you'll have a major paradigm shift and quit your job and go seek a shaman on an ayahuasca retreat in Peru or something. I did everything I wanted, escaped a tough childhood, master's degree, house purchase, learned Mandarin, martial arts competitions, dating success, and now I'm in a process of rediscovery. Why? Now there's more than half of life left to really become yourself. Invest in things and people you like. Eat nice food. Learn, enhance your existing hobbies, and try to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You have to set your parameters with what you mean everything. If you mean got married, had a child, own house, a dog, and a job, I got everything, but the pressure on keeping them all is high. You can't stop working because you have a mortgage, a car, and a child depending on you. The pressure of not fucking it up to raise your child, keeping your spouse happy. Having everything is a lot of work, and it doesn't stop there. No matter the age and the money, well, especially the money. I mean, life should never be done achieving things. However, I 30F do have a condo, real estate asset, a newish car, 2 beautiful dogs, a savings account, investments, emergency savings, and everything I need and then some. And I must say, I still feel like I'm falling behind. I'm just working for the next thing, a wedding, house and kids. But it's nice to not live paycheck to paycheck. I can tell you, it's not about how much money you make, it's about how you manage the money. Really great. I was a degenerate that got sober at 24. I wasn't whole yet, but made a lot of great personal and financial decisions which led to me meeting my wife at 28. At 34, I have a great professional reputation. It allows me to pick clients based off referrals. Life. It's really fucking good. I haven't done everything, but have done better than my wildest dreams growing up. Our family is healthy and filled with love. I know these are the golden years I'll remember fondly. For me, that is impossible. One of my biggest achievements, goals in life, is to have kids and help them grow into good and honest adults that love their life and can manage themselves and grow their own families if they want to. That's a state they will at best reach in their mid to late 20s, so there is no achieving it all until live 50-60. And by then my new achievement will be to keep in shape and in a state where I won't become a burden to my kids later on. I pulled this off at 29. It's awesome because now I no longer need to worry that any decision I make will affect my ability to succeed. When you spend your youth so hyper-focused on your goals, your entire life is consumed by it. You're now free to explore new things, take on new hobbies, do whatever you want without that voice in the back of your head going, you could be training, you could be practicing, you could be. I didn't achieve everything by 30. But I'm 32 and have achieved most of the big stuff. I guess what it's like for me is that there's always something else to achieve, even if it's not something I always thought I wanted. I'm the kind of person who finds happiness in working towards something. I'm not sure what you mean by everything though, because there are some things that a lot of people want but I don't. This is weird because growing up I always viewed my future by these large, monumental moments in my life. Having a good career, making good money, owning a home, finding a good woman, having children, being able to financially assist my family, having a retirement, etc. And as I've achieved those things, I'm almost in a place where I can't see a future beyond those things. And it really bums me out sometimes that you don't know everything but have no need to be the master of all knowledge, and more importantly just continue to go on your journey one place, one book, one museum exhibit, and one day at a time. That's nonsense. You know very little by when you get to 30. I was only beginning to understand life, love, philosophy, and the perversity of our economic system at that age. It's impossible to achieve everything at such a young age, and if someone feels they have, they're so wrong. Life is full of surprises and discoveries, and only few of them are about career and money. Just a different set of problems. Anyone I know who has their stuff together, personal, work, family, finances, future by age 30, is usually the one getting promoted and put in charge of stuff. You go from managing yourself and your stuff to managing other people and their stuff, and how they either do or don't progress your projects, passions, personal, etc. What is everything? This is very subjective, and it is impossible to achieve everything when you can only live as one person. A man can't achieve some women's wants, and likewise, a woman can't achieve some of men's wants, so this is an impossible question. This is only a sample of why your logic is bad and you need to rework this question. Is that possible? I achieved all of the big things I planned by the time I was 30. But my list of interests and goals is so long I can really imagine ever checking off everything on it, probably ever. I would hate to be in the position where I've done everything and can't think of anything else that interests me. That sounds like hell. The list of achievements will vary by person. To some that looks like wife, kids, house, all bills paid, maybe doesn't need to work, can go on nice vacations often. To others it looks like 3 supercars at home. No steady girlfriend, but girls all the time. And the ability to disappear on vacation for 3 months with no notice to anyone. Life after achieving everything by 30 can vary. It may bring fulfillment and freedom to pursue new interests or challenges, but it can also lead to feelings of emptiness or pressure to maintain success. It's important to prioritize mental well-being, meaningful relationships, and personal growth regardless of external achievements. Achieve everything, ever beat Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Ever surf naked, you hit the fucking Powerball. Ever grew some super stanky dank weed. Everything. PFFFFT. Please. There is no achieving everything in life by 30. If you do, just off yourself, because it's all downhill from there on out. I live in Mexico. My boss is 31 yo, and his company makes around 10 million in profit. He is doing side quest, like buying real estate, restaurants, and so, just to have something to rely on. He is just living his life literally, doing what he wants and working on what he feels like doing so. One of my life goals was to get a PhD. Did that a few months ago at 29. I wouldn't say I achieved everything ... but I certainly achieved my goals that I've had set for a long time. Currently working a great job, but my future prospects kind of feel aimless. Guess I need to find a new goal. As someone who just turned 30, it happened in a blink of an eye. 10 years, if you make right decisions, you will be better financially off. But that's about it. When I was 18, I thought by 25 I would be married with kids. Now I'm 30 and single and have been for 5 years. I have a bunch of hedge fund baby friends who are ABS lost in life because they have no purpose. The fact their parents were so greedy as you need to be, they don't even find happiness in helping others. Most drink and do drugs out of boredom and marry just to do something.